Hello and welcome to Adobe Chat's B2B Marketing Demystified Asia edition. I'm your host, Joe Escobedo, and with me are two marketing experts from DigitalPi. We're fortunate to have Ryan Vong, who is the president and CEO of DigitalPi, as well as the company's chief marketing officer, Jeff Coveney. Guys, thanks so much for being on the show. Really excited about this one because I think it's a topic that a lot of marketers really struggle with, particularly in B2B. What's your process? How do you go about measuring marketing attribution?
You probably hear there are probably like 9 different attribution models out there that's prevalently used. What I do encourage a lot of times is to really, before you dive deep into attribution, really think about, from a demand perspective, what the inputs are. How do you kind of frame the problem that you're trying to solve? Because attribution, or really trying to get to that end state, is really a matter of understanding all the inputs and the levers that are involved.
Just like no one camera angle tells the story, no one report tells the complete marketing attribution story. So you get all these fancy reports, right? They have all the numbers on the reports, but they don't always tell you the story. We like to see how all those touches in between led up to a win. Marketo has that opportunity analyzer, and we use it a lot. Tell the story of what's happening with the deal that the reports just might not tell you. Have your system set up correctly. That's the first thing. You need to be able to collect your data in a way that when people are interacting, and when you're capturing that information, you're able to then start to report on that. And in Marketo, it's actually through interesting moments. So if you're creating those interesting moments at the right times, you can roll those up into the opportunity analyzer. The opportunity analyzer automatically does that, and then you get this nice graphical view to show the journey along the way. And that's a great complement to some of the normal reports that you'd be running.
I think the most important thing is to really have a model in place that you can put real quickly on Excel. So the first thing to think about is, do I have enough data to support the pipeline that I'm trying to build? Is there any historical information? So the first place I tend to look is the CRM information, right? Like, let's just say your revenue was $5 million for the time period. And if your close ratio is 25%, you're going to need 4 times that. You're going to need $20 million in viable pipeline that can close within that period of time, right? So that's the first thing you have to do, is just think back, what some of the raw, big numbers are, and look at, well, how many opportunities is that? It's really in the form of a funnel, except we're thinking about it and working it backwards. And I will provide a spreadsheet where you can just kind of put these inputs in and actually get a sense of where you need to be, and then what the levers are, right? Your levers are typically time, how fast you can accelerate these deals, as well as can you change the value of the average deal size, right? And that gives you a sense of, the company has a revenue target and you have a pipeline target. And you need to know what that mix is. It's really important to model that out and really be very clear about it. I think that's a really good first step, is to think about, what am I trying to do for revenue, and then work that backwards. You have a marketing plan, or you're building one. Either you have one from last year or you have one from previous quarter. Those are your inputs. How did they produce for you? So think about it in terms of just tactics. The type of tactics that you do tends to either capture net new names or they influence opportunities, right? Are they more top of funnel? Are they middle of the funnel tactics, or are they bottom of the funnel tactics? So if you just think about inputs from that perspective, how they increase velocity in each one of those 3 stages, it gives you a very clear idea from a marketing tactics perspective which one you're pursuing.
We have seen in the past that events and trade shows are really good for net new names, but when the webinars, the virtual events, those are fantastic at helping bring that revenue down the funnel. And you have to have that mix of both of those types of tactics to be able to, have success with your business. Because
sometimes your win isn't just looking at it, from a marketing lens. If you think about all the different folks that are involved, all of this teamwork contributes to the one deal that you do see. We definitely try to create an environment where everybody's celebrated in all the deals that they're part of.